Lots of regret going through my head right now. We'll figure it out.
I absolutely love the game of golf. It's literally the only thing I think about outside of work. Well, today we're on a mission to put the most epic golf simulator in this garage. Let's get into it. But here's the thing. I already have a golf simulator in here. And to be honest with you, it's far from perfect. And over the years, I've built a few of these golf simulators and I've learned a lot of things that we're definitely gonna need to improve on this one. Now, I've recently went down a rabbit hole and I Googled dream golf simulators. And trust me, I am far from having one. And today, we're gonna fix that. But in order to build something beautiful, we need to create ourselves a blank canvas. So let's do that. Okay, so here is the picture of how things were. And my biggest problem is this space up top here. It looks weird, it's empty, I got rails there. It looks completely incomplete. So what I'm gonna do is put a drop-down ceiling up there. Now, that's gonna do a couple of things, not only aesthetics, but that's also gonna keep the balls from, somebody grabs a sand wedge, flings it, and they're not gonna hit the garbage, the lights that are up there, the drywall, the garage door opener. Now, my next concern is the putting green. It's great, it's a nice little mat. I still need to get a hitting mat. However, because this is an actual outdoor putting green that I was able to score on Facebook Marketplace, what I wanna do is build a platform down below. And what that'll allow us to do is put actual putting green holes that I can actually putt on the mat and not just have it there for, to look pretty. The next order of business is my problem on this right-hand side. I need to organize everything. Number one, I'm gonna hang a big TV right down in the middle here. I want some storage lockers that we can take all of these golf bags and store them in there, put maybe a shelf in there for shoes or anything else that might need to go in there. On this other side, I think we're gonna do some kind of accent wall here, maybe like a cleated kind of system. And here's the big kicker that's really gonna make a huge vibe, if you will, like the kids say, is we need some accent lighting. Because I'm not gonna bank on an actual light fixture, what I wanna do is, because we're gonna have this drop ceiling, I want lights to overglow from that drop ceiling on top. I want some backlighting or uplighting on this cleated wall system that we're gonna have, and accent lighting on this storage system here. It's just gonna create this cool little ambiance that we're all about. It basically making the space so dope that you're never gonna wanna leave. You're gonna live here. And it's gonna get so good that we're probably gonna bring a couch in here. So first things first, let's start working on our drop ceiling. It has to be light enough and it has to be big enough. So 12 feet across, 12 feet long is gonna be sufficient. I just needed to come down right to underneath these rails, which will cover everything that I need. Make a little box, put some sheathing on top, and then try to hoist her up. Boy, that's gonna be fun. Oh, this thing is a massive platform. So I got it laid out where I can overlap some of these sheets. And by the way, on topic of keeping everything lightweight, boy, acoustics suck in here, huh? After we got rid of that carpet. I'm not gonna go crazy with reinforcing this thing. They're 4 feet apart. I got it efficient enough where we can lay this down and I'll put a cutoff here, long piece, cutoff, long piece. Like I said, it has to be light enough that we're not putting way too much strain, unnecessary strain up there. We got a problem. This thing is 12 feet wide. This is 9 feet tall. And I need to flip this thing over. And I'm not gonna be able to get it out this door by myself. So Kyle, maybe I might need your help. Tilting it sideways, taking it outside, flipping it over and bringing it in. Sorry, buddy. Try to get that in the corner, and then hopefully that'll fit and we'll slide it out. All right. Oh, you're the man, Kyle. Thank you. Okay, so here comes the really fun part. We have to drill holes on top and bottom and feed these, what are they called? Screw eyes, right? Each one has a capacity for 175 pounds, but I got 4 of them. Hopefully that's gonna be sufficient to hold this thing up. My only concern is flexing down the middle. Other than that, I think we should be fine. And then the fun part is gonna be trying to get this thing up there on cables. Don't have a plan for that yet, at all. Here's a trick that I've learned to install these. You could put a big old wrench in there or a screwdriver and start twisting it, or you can take an Allen key, shove it in your drill, and then easy peasy. I've never been more unsure about something in my life. I don't know how to do this. This thing is way too big and I am under staff, you can put it this way. But here's what I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use my cable, throw it through that loop, secure it, right? They have the little crimps, whatever. Have the cable dripping down on all corners. Then I'm gonna stick a ladder down the middle, prop this corner on it, and try to finagle both of these up there at the same time. Individually, I think this might weigh too much, but spread around all 4 corners should be fine. Wish me luck. Okay, nothing to it but to do it.
Lots of regret going through my head right now. We'll figure it out. I need to shimmy it up like another 12, 14 inches maybe. And I think it should be fine. My ladder's being used. I need my ladder to get up there. And there's no way to get a ladder in here. Well, possibly, maybe, but it's not folding out. It's what I call between a rock and a hard place. At this point, we're introducing multiple ladders into the equation, not knowing what's gonna happen. And this one's too big. Great. Awesome. Why wouldn't it be too big? So we regrouped and came up with another idea. This is plan. Is shout out to Kyle. He suggested it to use a pulley system. We already have a loop up there, loop down here. We just pull it up. We have a ladder there, so I'm a little bit less nervous about it. But I'll tell you what, boys and girls, the last time I felt this nervous, was when we were trying to get that 5,000 pound beam at the A-frame cabin that we're building, that 64 foot long. That sucker, that terrified me. And this is the closest that we gotten to. So we'll see what our nerves look like at the end of this. Whoa, 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 whoa. We're just off balance, that's all. At this point, I don't know what to do, to be honest with you, because we need like almost like another person to climb up and secure these. I mean, I could do it section by section. So, okay, here, let's put this down. I'm gonna go cut a 2x4 to use this as stilts. It doesn't help the fact that I have two different types of locking clamps in my pocket. Just when the going got even tougher, we got this problem happening. My hands are cramping up. Right there. This is some Alex Holland free solo shit. Folks, for the love of God, buy my merch. I'm gonna need it for my life insurance policy. What am I doing? This is stupid. Each corner independently, it's not heavy, but cumulatively, it's a I just survived that. It's probably the dumbest thing I've ever done. So unsafe, but thank God we got through it. Nobody got hurt. At this point, all I got left is to independently shimmy them up a few more inches. We'll be in the clear, and I think I'm gonna add another anchor just on this side, because on that side, I'm gonna have my enclosure, so it's metal railing. If at all it ever does fail on that side, it's just gonna sit on the frame. Here, gotta protect the noggin. Okay, I got my, what is that, 5th anchor on top, just because, you know, safety is third. And I think I feel comfortable with it. I would do pull-ups on it. I actually would trust it to do pull-ups on it, but I also don't wanna risk anything in case I'm pushing it with my 200 pounds up there. But we're gonna start wrapping it. I got outdoor rug from Home Depot. Unfortunately, they didn't have any 12-footers, so I have 6-footers, but I got plenty of it to go around. And I think the best approach is gonna be start here, wrapping it there. The seam is gonna be weird, but hopefully I could staple it all, maybe even give it a little bit of glue to hold it in place. I just don't want it to sag, you know what I mean? This is an absolute first for me. Putting carpet on a ceiling. What else are we gonna do stupid on this channel? Tune in next week where we're gonna put carpet on your toilet. My shoulders are absolutely on fire, dude. Oh my God, what am I doing? Well, but we're gonna keep trucking along. I love how everything's looking so far. We need to start working on the storage lockers and the accent wall here. Like I said, I'm gonna have a TV here, lockers for individual bags. However, before I could actually efficiently start building them, I need to see how far my cage goes. So I'm gonna bring the impact screen, well, not the screen, the cage itself. I'm gonna assemble it to see how far we're going. So therefore, I'll know where to start this accent wall. We're looking good. I'm glad I set this up because it gives me perspective. I might drop this down maybe another 6 inches, but I'll have to look up what the adequate height of a ceiling should be for an indoor simulator so I don't whack my clubs against it. But I'm gonna keep it this much away from the door, just so when the screen recoils back, it's not gonna damage the garage door. Trust me, I've done this before in my previous house. Do not push these really close. There's elasticity to these impact screens, so you wanna give it a little bit of a buffer. But here's what we're working with. I think from here
to about here. We're gonna call that 9 feet. 9 feet is what this accent wall is gonna be. And so 9 feet is, we're gonna have 5 bags, 4 or 5 golf bags. And then I wanna cover this window and this window. And the reason I'm gonna do that is because number one, we need to have some shading in here for the projector. But at the same time, I wanna hang up a nice big, like 62-inch plasma TV. Why am I saying plasma? Flat screen. They're all flat screen nowadays. This is not 1996. And then do that. And the way we're gonna do is I'm gonna use plywood, throw that up there, and then build my cabinets on top. That almost got out of hand. Welcome to another episode of Dangerous Jobs. Oh, is that where the window is? So this is the system I'm going with. 5 individual cubbies, lockers, if you will. Golf bag goes in. I already measured 48 inches is good, including a long driver, like an adult male driver. So everything should be good. I'm gonna make them in like 3-piece sections, 14 inches deep, 14 inches wide. Should be enough for everything. And then I'm gonna cover the top with another long piece of plywood so we have the countertop. And then over it will be the TV, mouse, keyboard, and that should be fully operational. Oh, and at the bottom, we have just enough room to put your like golf shoes in, because you can never find a place to put them. Moment of truth, we got Irina's golf bag. Oh, absolutely perfect. There's Harper's golf bag. This is so great. We have 5 cubbies, 1 for each member of the family. And you know what's fun? I just got everybody golf lessons and I'm super excited for it. You know, as somebody who's obsessed with it, when your family does it with you, it's the coolest thing in the world. But we need to ride this momentum. 5 cubbies, the 6 cubbies extra large for the PC to sit in. We're gonna have a wireless keyboard and mouse here, TV there, but in the meantime, we need to start trimming this thing out. Select pine, 1x2. We're gonna go around. It's the closest thing that will actually match the stain between maple and select pine. That's my personal experience. However, the only equation that I still need to solve is what the heck we're gonna do with the perimeter around here. Looks a little bland, but I'm sure we'll get inspiration anytime now. Well, I think we're ready for staining. If you've been watching this channel for any period of time at all, you know that you're the OGs that understand that there's certain stains that are pre-approved by the missus on this channel. Over the years, it has been the faithful fruitwood and weathered oak. However, this is the golf simulator, so it's my domain, and I'm gonna stain it whatever color I want. But it just so happens that I really like weathered oak, so I'm gonna do that. However, this is the first time I'm gonna try applying it with pure lambskin. Every time I've done it, any kind of staining has always been with old t-shirts. This time we're getting a little bougie. Who knows? Maybe this will convert us. Oh, this is actually lambskin? There's like skin in the back.
How's that lambskin working, or is the t-shirt better?
No, surprisingly enough, it's working really well. It's kind of like one of those sponge brushes, the foam ones. But with my experience, the handle always breaks off after like 30 minutes of use. But this is pretty sturdy. I like the leather in the back. It's not, I really don't see any strands anywhere. And there's a part of me that says like it applies pretty smoothly, but maybe it's like a placebo effect. For the most part, it's just basically a glorified sponge, which I think kind of goes along a lot faster. That's looking pretty dang good. It's a little blotchy for my taste, but it's plywood. It'll do what plywood does. By the time it dries, it's gonna lighten up a little bit, so no reason to freak out just yet. However, this will buy us some time to address this wall and that wall. And the problem here is, we can bring this up back if we want, but we're gonna take away space from actually the hitting. So, we're gonna keep it at the minimum. However, you can see this awkward space here. So I had a couple options. I could A, paint it a black color so you don't notice it, or B, be intentional, which that's what we're gonna do. Let me show you. I got just the stuff for it. Boy, do I have a product that I am obsessed about now, and I'm probably gonna overdo it and put it on every project. This is something I literally just happened to stumble upon today at Home Depot. This is 3-dimensional louvered MDF. And these are decorative wall panels. And this product is kind of super cool. I love the fact that it's kind of like laminate flooring, right? It's made out of MDF, as you can see, but it has a thin veneer on top that looks like a beautiful white oak, or maybe like a white ash. Both two of my favorite wood species. You don't have to stain this. This is all ready to go. In fact, I don't even know if you can stain this. But installation process is super simple. This is like the new, I think, shiplap. I think this is gonna be the new rage. And the way it goes is you just put adhesive in the back. I'm using Loctite. And then you can install vertically or horizontal, and you just throw a brad into these tongues, and then the next tongue overlaps that one. So it installs just like shiplap, and this looks freaking awesome. It's 15 bucks a stick. So it's not cheap, but it's also not ridiculous. Some of that stuff really gets pricey. So I think I'm gonna continue this wall and that'll give it such a cool look, man. And I think we kind of are not far off from this stain. What a great freaking Friday. I think I got a little carried away and I bought myself a golf cart. She's a beaut, ain't she? So a lot of people always ask me, where the heck do I get all my energy from? And I got the secret answer for you. It's pretty simple. I take care of myself, especially on dark, gloomy winter months like today. It sucks. It's kind of depressing, to be honest with you. But when I take care of myself by diet and exercise and supplements, I feel so much better and I have the energy that you see on camera. And that's kind of like my whole point to you guys. It's like, you don't have to do everything all at once. You could start with small little things. Like for me, it starts with making sure I eat right and take the right supplements. And the way I keep it simple is with AG1 Next Gen. You see, AG1 Next Gen is a daily nutritional health drink. It's very simple. It's proven to support your gut health and fill any kind of nutrient gaps with over 75 plus vitamins, minerals, superfoods, probiotics. It's something that I can just wake up and take, and it makes my day so much better. For me personally, it helps me sustain my energy. I only have 1 or 2 cups of coffee in the morning, and the rest of the day, when I have my AG1 Next Gen, it truly sustains my energy levels. It helps me with my bloating, which I get a lot, especially after I eat terrible food, and it helps me with my immune support, especially during cold seasons like this. I mean, I'm staying pretty healthy while the rest of my family is constantly getting over a cold. I keep it very simple. I take it on the go with me. I grab my little bit of water, grab my little travel pack, dump it all in there. Give it a quick shake. Cheers. And guess what? I just took care of all my nutritional needs for the day. The viewers of my channel are gonna get an exclusive offer. If you click the link in the description, you will get 3 free AG1 travel packs, 3 free AGZ travel packs, a bottle of vitamin D3 and K2, and an AG1 welcome kit with your first AG1 subscription order.
With all the cool things you'll be building this year, you need the energy level. Take care of yourself with AG1. Now, let's get back into this video. There's a small part of me that feels terrible for throwing money away by finishing off this entire wall when you're only gonna see like this much of it from here, and then the rest of it when you really gotta look behind the enclosure. But here's the thing that I'm always remembering back in my mind. It's like, just don't half-ass it. Do things, what does they say? Don't half-ass anything. If you're gonna do anything, do it full ass. I don't know what the saying goes, but moral of the story is, I'm gonna do it right. And that way is, in case this golf simulator one day is not gonna be here, whether I'm not into golf or the next owner that has the place is not into it, they'll at least have a full paneled wall and they don't have to be like sourcing material going like, where the hell did this guy buy the rest of these panels so I can finish it off? But I'm happy I did it right. Yes, spent the money, but it's here. I still have to do that section, and don't mind this mess, I gotta do this entire section. All together, this is gonna be like $1,000 worth of wall paneling, but it's gonna look incredible. Let me bust that out real quick, and then I'll show you the lighting that we're gonna be doing here. Oh, it's gonna be a beaut. And here is the final revealed wall. I will be honest with you, I was sitting at Home Depot and I was like, do I really wanna make this entire wall and drop that money to match that? It's $500 to do this section. For this part that's gonna be seen and this part not gonna be seen, and then I thought to myself, you know what? It's one of those situations, buy once, cry once. And yes, I was crying basically in the parking lot of Home Depot before buying them. But now I'm actually very happy we pulled the trigger because it looks absolutely perfect. It was done right. I couldn't imagine it be looking any better. But let's do the lights now. My whole thing is I don't want too much lighting here. I'm gonna have one spotlight that's gonna shoot on the area where you're gonna place the ball, but I want the rest of the light to be like a, what do they call it, like ambiance light? So this is gonna be backlit here. I want backlighting in here over the clubs, possibly down below. And if I could, we'll see if I have enough supplies or gadgets for it, but I kind of want that little section to be backlit as well. I think that looks super cool. But we're gonna start out with this stuff. It's the easiest, and we'll go from there.
I think it's ambient lighting.
Ambient lighting? It's not ambient lighting? I'm an idiot, dude. Sometimes some of the things come out of my mouth. I'm glad you caught it, but ambient lighting. I think I was confusing with the ambiance. All right, moment of truth here. Let's see. Oh, sick, it worked. This is the first time I've used this kit, by the way. You know, every time you get LEDs, you gotta get a driver if you kind of make your own customization. So this is a kit that comes with 2 drivers, meaning whatever's going on here, there's 2 of them. One there, I can put another one somewhere here with the LED strands, but you get 1 remote. So instead of having 2 different remotes or 3, you can just use this remote. And of course there's no batteries, but apparently you'll able to control the dimness and turn it all off just from 1 click versus 1,000 remotes. Whoa, that's so sick. So freaking sick. I love how it's accented down below. This is gonna illuminate all the golf bags. Now we gotta figure something out on top. Hey, I don't know who needs to hear this, but make sure you go check me out on our private community, the Builders Lodge. You can see my shirt right there, founding member. The members of that private community are getting a ton of new content all the time. It's the best way to actually get a hold of me and have an interaction. Whether you got projects you got dealing with, you wanna see some of my behind the scenes stuff, that is the place where you're gonna catch it all. Check this QR code, come join. I think we have like 200 members already. It's a freaking blast. You guys give me some of the best ideas on my projects, including this one. Come, I'll see you there. Oh, let it shine, baby. All of these lights look beautiful, but we need one more light. This is the spotlight from your hitting area. It's fully adjustable, so I can mount it there. It's black, so it kind of blends in. And we're gonna rewire it so we can just plug it in as opposed to being all crazy. I also have a junction box that will sit on the outskirts of this. And the location, if you look up any kind of schematics, it's like how far should you be hitting on an impact screen? It says 10 feet. So we are just at 10 feet right over here. So I think if the projector is gonna be there, maybe either here or slightly at an angle, and then this will be our highway to heaven. No! Oh! We're losing our mind out here. Ayo! We got light! Oh! How angelic is this? This looks absolutely incredible. We got one more piece of electrical that we have to do. And by electrical, we're gonna bring in the big damn TV. I'm gonna bring that in. I gotta fish some of the wires through. We'll hang the TV, and then I'm so freaking excited to show you what I got figured out for the, let's say, the greens version of this. It's gonna be sick. Okay. First part's done. Here comes the hard part. Okay, how the hell did I measure this? Because this is weird. I got it exactly in the middle, but somehow this is not. Ugh, I hate this. Take two. HDMI cable went back into the wall now. The TV's hung and the HDMI cable is gone.
You just pulled the power one through too.
How is this the hardest freaking part? Boom. Alex 1, TV 0. It's still not centered. Oh, this is driving me crazy. Look what I just found. We have some artificial turf that resembles the fringe or the rough, depending on the lie and the length of the cut grass. So what I'm gonna do is cut little squares and glue them down on the insides here. I think it would be like a beautiful touch, but also I have some plans with this around the perimeter of what we're doing down the middle. Oh, this is gonna look so fucking sick.
First of all, can we please acknowledge how freaking awesome that looks? It looks like a display over at like the PGA Superstore or something like that. Here's what we're doing with the floor here. Number one, base layer we're gonna put is these workout mats. And the reason why is whenever a ball hits the impact screen and it hits like solid ground, it could bounce off and, you know, come right at you. The more padding you put down, the more energy that the padding absorbs, thus killing the momentum or trajectory of that ball. Then we're gonna put exterior grade putting green synthetic turf. It's legit stuff that if you were to put a putting green in your backyard, that's what they use, and that's what I had here. But we're also, I just 3D printed these shallow putting green cups, essentially, which I wonder if you can actually put a little flag in here. Don't know. But I'm gonna throw these all around this little place. Therefore, when you need to practice your short game, you could. And you have like an all-in-one little, I don't know, golf practicing thing. So freaking cool. This is like dragging a dead body through your garage. Don't ask me how I know what it feels like to drag a dead body through your garage. All right, so this is as much turf I have. What I'm gonna do is to make up this edge, even though I've had this in every garage, is use that same turf material that I used on the cubbies here, which will make it look like the fringe or even the rough. It'll match it perfectly while giving it a little bit extra texture. I know I keep saying this on every aspect of this project, but this is gonna be so cool. By the way, what I'm using to attach this is flashing tape or waterproofing tape, whatever you want to call it. This one's from Gorilla Glue, apparently. They came out with their version, but Flex Seal also has one. And the reason I went with it, it's wide and it's stupid freaking sticky, like more so than any kind of duct tape I found, which allow for these two materials to kind of join together a lot better, I think. This looks, I love how this came out. This is a great idea, especially for a mat that's not that wide. This is a great space filler. I love the contrast and like texture between all of this. And on top of it, I'm gonna have like these two giant paintings of like the classic courses, Pebble Beach, Augusta, with like a couple of spotlights to it to create a really cool mood. But going up next, let's throw up the projector and let me show you what I'm working with here. The cheapest like projector has to be a short throw. So that means it can't go super far back. They have super high lumen and super high concentration to get good visual graphics on them. The cheapest one on Amazon's like $800, and then they go up many different tiers. This is one from BenQ. We've worked on them for years. This is their golf version of the projector, and it's a laser projection, so you get super crisp visuals that are like out of this world. So this will be our hitting mat. Make sure it's 10 feet from the back. The reason I'm measuring is because I've got to see what room we have to put our holes for the putting. Let's see here. We get 10 feet right there. Let's move this in like that. Here's what I'm thinking for the putting. I think this is a nice little area. It's gonna have light coming from here so we can practice our putts coming in here. Because I have mats here, it kind of gives you a little bit of that terrain. So it's not like a dead straight perfect putt, which will be great. And if you do want to work on your little, 4-foot putts, you still can stand right there and it'll be relatively straight. So take our utility knife, cut into it. Hopefully it's snug, and then we'll have to figure out some kind of adhesive to make sure it actually works well. This might be perfect. Oh, that's absolutely perfect. With the exercise mats down below and then the thickness of the artificial turf, these shallow cups are coming out so clutch. These are awesome. This will be perfect for these putts. I might print a bunch of them and just do like something with grooves, something with a nice flat putt. I think we're gonna be scratch golfers before the end of this. All right, I'm gonna get the rest of the putting holes on. We'll get the enclosure put on. By the way, I got it from Carl's place a long time ago, so if you guys are in for one, go check him out, not sponsored. And then I'll clean everything up, get everything dialed in, we'll fire this thing up and I'll show you the big reveal. See you in a second. Booyah. Guys, we are almost at 1 million subscribers. If you haven't yet already, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Join the rocket ship. We're blasting off with home renovation projects. If you like videos like this is all we're all about here. And in the meantime, here's a video I think you might enjoy.